Hello everyone, I'm Fated Oasis. Thank you for tuning into my stream here on twitch.tv/Fated Oasis or watching the VOD on youtube.com/@Fated Oasis. Sorry I'm a little bit late. I got caught up with stuff, didn't realize what time it was, and didn't realize, thank you Destiny, how much I had to prepare for this. So, as you can see, I got some pieces out already. It is time to build the Shire. I'm gonna switch to, right, and my mouse over here. Switch to this scene. As you can see, we already have most of the Shire built. Specifically, Bilbo Baggins' house, his house under the hill, as well as Gandalf and Frodo riding in the cart, along with fireworks in the back. We got Sam trimming the flowers here, or trimming the bushes. And then there's a whole lot more in the back of the build. You can get inside Bilbo's house there, see the kitchen, the entry hall, his study. Yeah, a lot of cool little features in it. But this is the 5th stream. Cinematic camera angles, yeah. Yeah, I hooked up a second phone. I dug through my drawers and I'm like, yeah, this camera's probably decent, and that's what you're seeing now. I've got this one here. This is my top down as normal. It's off center, and that's bugging me. It needs to go toward, no, it needs to go away from that way. So it needs to go this way. There we go. Oh, too far. There we go. Okay. And I changed the brightness and exposure settings on these cameras, so hopefully everything looks a lot better now. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, basically. So yeah, it's time to celebrate Bilbo's 11th birthday. And I've got my instruction book on the screen here. Let's get started. Alright, so we need bag 13 and this. We don't yet need the banner, so I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to actually just set that right here. Just barely in camera. A lot of stuff happening this week. The Switch 2 is releasing this week. I didn't realize it was that close. Wow. Can't wait for people to 100% Mario Kart World in a day. Yeah, people do be like that. I am a little bit jealous that I don't get to play Mario Kart World at launch, but that's fine because there's nothing else on the console I would want to play, and I don't buy a console for just one game. I will wait until there are more games coming out on the Switch that I want, on the Switch 2 that I want to buy. I will definitely play it at some point. There's also Deltarune coming up. Oh yeah, I've heard that game's popular. Alright, let's open bag 13 and build some minifigs. Alright, so lots of Technics pieces here. Lots of long rods. I guess this is for this tent, so we would need long supports. Although I would have expected, oh right, I'm looking at this shape and saying, oh right, it's a pentagon, it needs 5. No, this gets folded like this and it becomes a square. This Thursday for the Switch 2. That is a lot closer than I remember it being. Well, Honestly, I do hope that everyone who gets it enjoys it. I hope they have a lot of fun and everything. But and I understand like them wanting to get it immediately because they know that there will be games that they'll want to play, or they're super excited for Mario Kart, or probably some other games. Nintendo's implementing a day one patch, which means before the official launch, you can't boot up the system. They essentially bricked all consoles, minus showcases, so scalpers dealers can't sell them early. That doesn't stop scalpers or dealers from selling them early. They can absolutely sell them, they just can't be powered on early. So anyone who's buying from a scalper or someone who's selling it early has to wait until launch anyway. So I think they're doing it. Gives you a useless console for 4 more days. I mean, it's better than not having it, which is what I assume a lot of people will say. Like, they know they're guaranteed to have one on launch day because they already have it. I think the day one patch is because they don't know a better way to combat piracy. And the Switch was very famously pirated a whole lot. So yeah, they have a lot to kind of try out. They see piracy as I think they see it as more of a threat to them than it actually is. Where's the broom? Oh, here it is. I don't think they actually lost that many sales to piracy. I think they're just being Nintendo about it, which is another reason why I'm not buying it at launch, because Nintendo is Nintendo. Wait over a year before I make the purchase. Yeah, probably me too. That sounds about right. I want to see/learn all the features first. Oh, they have a game that will tell you all of the features of your brand new console. And it's a launch title, and it costs $10 for some reason. It should be like a free thing because it's just showcasing the hardware that you purchased. But like, I don't know, Wii Sports was a pack-in with the Wii because they wanted to showcase all the things you can do with the Wii remote. Here, have these sports. I don't understand why we gotta pay $10 now for that privilege. The recent video showed a USB mouse being plugged in and its own icon too. So that could have easily been a dev console, because dev consoles have a whole lot of extra things enabled so that developers can work on them. We don't know that was a launch console, especially since we know that launch consoles are bricked until release. He's holding this like way down, and I don't know that I can get this down at that angle. I guess maybe it's not like this. I don't know. No, that still seems like she's holding it too. Oh, I try and get the angle right on the isometric. Maybe that's where it's supposed to be. All right, which one of these heads is you? You got angry and happy, but you've got crow's feet on both of them. This other head is... Now, you also got crow's feet, but you've got giant gray eyebrows. Right, so it's this one. There we go. Let me actually get a zoom in here. Oh, now I can see how not centered this is, because that should be centered in the camera. Which side? Want to move the camera back this way? Yeah, okay. There we go. I'm gonna zoom out. That should be centered still. No. Why isn't it? I don't understand. Is this not centered? Oh my god, it's the X isn't centered. It's 1 inch over. I have just now looked down at this mat for the first time. This diagonal line heads all the way to the corner. This diagonal line heads 1 inch from the corner. What the hell? That's annoying. I guess because if they did it from the corner, it would meet up here. Whatever. And then you've got the long hair. There you go. You're very mad and holding a turnip. Or some vegetable. A white carrot. Wii Sports was never originally meant to be a pack-in title. Yeah, Reggie was cool. He had a lot of great ideas, like, no, you should pack this in because we're selling a console without a game. He had the willingness to act like an idiot on stage because he knew that it would be ultimately good for the company. He was very smart too. I guess he still is, but now he's on like the board of directors for 3 different companies or something. I don't know. Yeah, they should. Nintendo of today should go back and listen to Reggie again. All right, so I've got 2 figures. We are building a frame. Big Bowser isn't cool. He said, if you can't afford a Switch 2, just get a Switch 1. Yeah. There's a lot of talk about that is absolutely something that Xbox has. Well, no. Xbox said it differently. They said, we've got a console for you, and they pitched the lower model, the Xbox Series S, instead of the X. They're like, we've got a console for you. Oh no, it was was it the 360? I'm shaking my camera a lot here. I should zoom out. Make that less noticeable. That's still shaky. Well, that's fine. Alright, so we've got a rod. We got one of these corner pieces. And then, what are those? Is it these dark brown ones? It's these dark brown ones. So these are a slightly darker shade of brown than the rest of the brown pieces. Which is weird. I don't know why they would be, but they are. Oh, and these are round, so they just spin. Then put another cap on it and face in the same direction. Two more bars. Yeah, I hope the Switch 2 does well, and I hope that Nintendo doesn't go, like, I hope they're not Super Nintendo about people who are streaming games and stuff like that, because they have been quite toxic in the past about that stuff. Just finish this up. I hope they realize that, like, it's 2025. It's not the early 2000s when companies could shut... Well, I guess they still can shut things down. And they're kind of good at it, too. For all I know, they're going to take down this stream because I'm talking about them too much. Because I mentioned the word piracy in the same sentence as Nintendo. What the heck are we doing? Okay, so we've got 3 of these these connectors. We don't have 4 of them. We got something else going on the 4th one. Oh, right, it was the Xbox One and the 360. I mean, the thing about Nintendo saying it, if you can't afford the Switch 2, then we've got a Switch 1 for you. That leads me to believe that they don't have confidence in the games that are coming out for the Switch 2. Which I know is... Oh, I should build this whole thing first. I've got this weird X connector with a bunch of hooks on it. What the heck are we putting there? I need to zoom in because I can't tell what's going on. What is this? Can you see my cursor? I don't... Yeah. What is that black thing? Is it this thing? No, that's here. So it's got to be this. They should really, like, show that going in there. There we go. And then we get one of these rods. And that clicks there. And then we get another one of the rods. And that doesn't go in all the way. And then we jump forward to this already being connected. Okay. I have no idea what this is. This is probably to connect everything up together. Let's zoom back up. Wrong zoom. I want to page width, page fit. There we go. This connects to here. That. Okay, now we need 3 more of these. I'm interested to see in the long term if people actually buy the Nintendo Switch 2 camera, or if they just make it so you can attach any camera. I bet they're not. I bet it's gonna be you have to use their camera, which will suck. Their camera quality, I mean. And then I wonder how many people are actually going to buy it. Are we flipping this? No, this is up. It goes like that. Remember that new Doom game that came out? Apparently, of its 5.4 million downloads, 4.7 came from Game Pass. Yeah, it turns out when you're giving away games for free, you get a lot of downloads, but not necessarily plays, from what I've heard. A lot of people will download your game immediately. They might not play it. But that's not the metric people care about when they're talking about game success. They care about downloads. And it's very unclear how many of those people would have purchased it if Game Pass didn't exist at all. The game costs $80. That's got to be... That's got to be some friggin' some unit currency conversion stuff where the dollar versus the pound, right? That can't be $80. Let me open up a new window. Doom. I'll just search for it on Steam. Is it Doom the Dark Ages? Is that the new one? Yeah, it's $70. So yeah, that's got to be some region pricing where it's 80 in some regions, 70 pounds or whatever, 70 euro, probably like 9,000 yen. Sounds about right. Alright, we need a lot of... I'm gonna go back to small camera because we're building some small stuff. I'm taking pieces out of this tray here. I have 8 of these round connectors. Four blue connectors and 4 yellow ones. They look very red on this camera, actually. Let's play with some settings here. There's not a lot of settings I can play with. This will make it darker. I don't know. I don't know how to do camera settings. I can play around with it. It's probably going to look like butt. Alright, so we put one of these that has the plus connectors on there. Let's do that. Let's just do all 4. Alright. Then we do yellow rods. Actually, I'm going to do them one at a time. Put this round spacer in. Then another connector. Then a blue. There we go. Somebody know on Discord shared the Canadian prices for the Switch 2? Yeah. Canadian dollar is very weak compared to the American dollar right now. So, and I'm pretty sure they're just shipped from America anyway. And then you've got the stupid freaking tariff war that's going on because our government doesn't fucking know how to economics. They passed the $100 threshold? Yeah. Alright, there we go. And these just go, these clip into the L brackets here. So this is going to become pretty 3D. So I can switch cameras here. I've got a nice little tent thing. It does have this one knob here, which is probably just to affix the canopy to it. Oh, and 4 more knobs to affix more canopy. Makes sense. Oh, and now we do this. Okay, so how does this actually go on? You start with this hole. Let's bend around. Oh, okay, I see. That's cool. Okay. So I wasn't sure. This is very... The material itself is very non-elastic, I would say. It doesn't stretch at all. So, like, if I pull it here, it's not... It doesn't stretch like fabric does. You know, if I take my hoodie here, you know, that stretches all day long. It's elastic. This doesn't. This is like paper. So I was wondering how the hell these holes work. There's a small cut between them. So I can slide this on and then it should hold it. So I should be able to... they want me to go this way, so it's this one. I'm doing this while looking over the thing, so there we go. And then it wants it in the large hole. Yes. Right, and then I just do that all the way around. Presumably. Yeah. So it has creases in them. I don't know if it's going to look better with creases or not. I mean... Oh, because they also have this part creased downward. I'm not going to crease it yet. Let me see what it looks like uncreased. Hide away the back one. That looks okay. It's just something weird going on with the way these are angled. His feet. No, it's fine. So it does definitely show they've creased the edges down, but I think I'm going to leave them like this. Oh, wait. There are crease lines in it. As soon as I crease them, it's no going back. You also, PlayStation make a statement of, due to change the economy, we need to make back $600 million. Yeah. Where'd they pull that number from? At the time that the US tariffs were going into place, there was a lot of question about how they would be implemented and when. So a lot of companies may have assumed that a specific shipment of products wouldn't be caught, and then suddenly they are. Not caught, the costs wouldn't be taxed, and then suddenly they were. I'm not going to crease these all the way, just like a light crease. So yeah, I bet that's, a few shipments of shipping containers full of PS5s that they were like, yep, it's not going into action yet. And then, oh wait, it was. Crap. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get a metal straight edge. I don't know if this is going to work. Did Xbox increase the price of all their consoles? Yep. Well, because that's made in America and shipping outward. Wait, do they make in America? I don't remember. I quickly decided the ruler was a bad idea. I know Microsoft's a US company. I don't know where they actually make the consoles. So, depending on where they make them, the price might increase, and then US companies selling them to non-US customers would have an additional tariff on ads. Let's try this again. I'm going to do it facing me so I can tell what the heck's going on. Because you got a nice side view now anyway. There we go. I guess that looks better. Like the corners aren't the edge corners here are not extremely sharp. They're a little bit rounded, but it's better than it just being like a dome. A lovely piano in the background, absolutely. This is Zelda's Lullaby. I was skeptical about the Zelda and Jazz album from Game Chops, and when I bought it, and it absolutely nailed it. It's great. Now we're into Pokemon. Oh, right, because I have it on random. Alright. Let's move on to a birthday cake. That's what it looks like. Can't go wrong with Jazz. Yeah. So, start with a plate. We're making a table. All right. And it's like, okay, start with this. You did it. Figure the rest out. Okay. There we go. And this just sits on here. Oh, we need some mugs. Absolutely. And these definitely aren't just to cover up that we have pips that are going to be left over here. We got a nice croissant. Croissant. Is anything? Nothing goes in that last corner. All right, something might go there later. All right, so we get. Let's build a cake. It's a piece of cake to build a pretty cake. Some flower decorations. I could probably use some of the leftover flowers from earlier in the build. I wanted to change the colors here. There we go. Then this 2x2 round brick. And then this is intended to be frosting for a cake, and there's nothing else it could possibly be. Because it just looks like that. It's like drippy icing. This is made for cakes and only for cakes. You want to build a Lego cake, you're using this piece. Alright, it's got little holes around the outside for these yellow flowers. There we go. Alright, Kart World, we've been told in an interview there will be over 130 remixes of older Mario music. Is it like a Smash Brothers scenario where, like a Smash Ultimate or something, where, you know, there's like a whole bunch of unlockable music and then you can choose what music? That'd be cool. We've heard new additions from Mario Bros. 2, 3, Airship main theme, Fluff Buff from Galaxy 2. Frat by Snowland from Mario Kart 64. Well, I would assume that all of the Mario Kart courses, all the retro courses, would have the retro music the same way that they've done, or like new arrangements of the retro music. But on Battlefield, excited to hear that. Okay, so for Bilbo's 11th birthday, he only gets 4 candles on his cake. Does that seem fair? I think he should have a cake with 111 candles on it. I mean, the top layer of candles would need to be 11 by 10 plus one more pip. So probably just an 11 by 11 with some missing. That'd be pretty big. All right, we got a cake. Same soundtrack but new style, yeah. Oh right, they need music for the environment driving too, so that makes sense that there's a lot of music. Cake goes on table. There we go. Oh, and that's it for... I haven't been reading the text. I'm going to skip back real fast. Let's actually just go to page 1. I'm going to read all the little pieces of text that it had because I did note that there were some. Mrs. Proudfoot's skirt is a new mold. Oh. This skirt piece hasn't existed before. Well, I guess maybe it had to be because the Hobbit legs are shorter. Appearing for the first time in this set. Although there's no reason they couldn't... Oh, right, I'm not on the top-down camera. I'm like, yeah, it makes sense in showing this off, and I guess there's no reason they couldn't use this mold for characters with normal sized legs. Are there Gandalf legs in here? Can I? Oh right, Gandalf doesn't have full size legs. He's got the weird robe thing. So I don't have any full size legs readily available, huh? I got the Everything's Awesome. This is from the Everyone is Awesome kit. Gonna pull the legs off of Orange Woman. Happy Proud Month. God, these are stuck in here. Gonna head off. Have a good night, Destiny. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. I feel like I'm gonna snap the legs off of this in a bad way. Alright, here, let me disassemble piece by piece. It's coming. There's a small gap there now. But also, every time I pull on the legs here, it kind of disconnects from the base. And maybe I can wedge one of these in there now. Sorry, I should be using the green one for contrast. There we go. There, okay. So if we use normal size legs, yeah, that's just a skirt. That, I feel like they should use this mold more often now that they've made it for this set. It still allows for leg movement. Alright, let's put Mrs. Proudfoot's dress back on. It's a dress on her. There you go. Although I guess they call it a skirt. Is the difference between a dress and a skirt just length, or is it something else that I'm not aware of? It might be something else. Oh. I have put your legs on backward. I put your legs on backwards. Heck. Now they're stuck again. God damn it. I'm just gonna have to work it a little bit at a time again. This was a good idea. This is definitely a good idea. I want to pull my metal tweezers out, but I'm afraid it's going to damage the pieces. Come on. There we go. Okay, put it on the correct way. Make sure it's correct before pushing it in all the way. There we go. Alright, put you back. I should actually rearrange the Pride kit again since it is Pride Month. Anyway, what was I doing? I was reading the text. Was it just that one and then the one at the end? Yep. During the filming of Bilbo giving his birthday speech, the giant polystyrene cake covered in candles caught fire. Cool. Well, now we've got all this stuff. Since Proudfoot can't stand up holding this giant white carrot. Come on. There we go. Two more. I'm going to mute so I can grab bag 14. Alright, got all our pieces now. 2 small bags, so I gotta pick up the pace here if I'm gonna finish by 8, because it is already 7. Well, they did start a little bit late. Alright. We've got 2 friendly little hobbits here. We also have some hair pieces that don't go to these 2 hobbits. Or maybe they do. Oh, that might be after the explosion. I don't know. Feet, and it's... One of them has a red something. An apple? Ah. There we go. Alright, so we got feet, we got yellow suit here, apple. This is Merry and Pippin, isn't it? And that's why they've got the gray hair, because that's after the explosion. Yeah, okay. Blonde hair. Oh, they need the head first. I can't put hair on a not head. Which one are you? You're smirky, not smiley? Yeah, you're smirky. There we go. Yep, and definitely swap out the hair and rotate the head around when you show the explosion side, so I'm just gonna put the hair aside. We'll leave them like this. Alright, what are we building now? Large base plate, and then a green 2x2 circular plate with tile with a pip. One single flower off to the side. Okay, now we need a brown pip, a brown weird looking thing. Sorry, a red weird looking thing, I guess. It's slightly red and mostly brown. A rod. Oh, like a staff. Okay. 3 red feet. Two flippers. One red hook and one 1x1 red double camera. This goes on the single pip. There we go. And then the feet go on all 3 side pips. Oh, this is the big firework, isn't it? Oh no, this is a scarecrow. Something like that. Oh no, it is the firework. Right, it's a firework that looks like a phoenix. That makes sense. So then I replace it with this black spiky piece when we want to do the explosion. So I'll set that aside. That was good. Let's get another one. Alright, and now is the rest of the build. Phoenix and a tree with the stage. There we go. So we start with the long brown. Add this 4x4 gear piece with a hole in it. And then add giant green plate. Alright, we're adding a circle onto the gear, a quarter circle at a time. And it says to put the arrow facing this way, but I'm not sure it's going to matter. Nice. Alright, so now we've got 2 of these wooden fences or something. And some ramps. Not that one. Alright, some long green pieces to go on top. But then 2 short green pieces. And I don't know why it's not just a long 12 by 1. Because I know they make 12 by 1s, we used one here. I don't know. Alright, we've got 2 quarter circle or half circles. I should spin this around so it's facing you. Because that's how it looks like in the book, right? Yeah. No, it'd be this way. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So just build it like this. Alright, what the hell are these things? I think I've remarked on these before. These are black 2x2 bricks that are cut in half. The round bricks, and then they've got a hole in the middle. Let's add those ramps, and then these go with the hole facing outward. Alright. So we've got blue gear, 2 quarter plates. Those just go on the front here, and I'll connect them however. This orange 2x2 with a giant hole in it, and this should just snap in. Yep, and then that just spins. Okay, so there's our small gear. But we also need a half circle and a red 2x1. There we go. Then this goes... They have this arrow facing out, and then they have this arrow facing this way. I'm sure the arrow pointing direction doesn't matter, but yeah, who knows. Some more ramps. Other 2 dark green 2x2s go in the corners here. Two light gray quarter circles, 2 brown 3x1s, and 3 tan 4x1s. The brown piece goes there, and the quarter circle goes here. The tan piece sticking out like that. This is also, we can hide the gear mechanism, I'm sure. There we go. Get our yellow 2x2s there. And then some brown L's. more brown 3x1s. We got a lot of brown 3x1s here. And some dark gray arcs. More brown 3x1s. And then a tan 6x1 tile that bridges the gap here. Wait. That's gonna lock. Oh. Okay, the red piece here is hitting. I want to top-down view this. So the red 2x1 is hitting the tile, so it stops it from going any further that direction, but it can swing halfway around to there. So that's the extent of its motion, and it is getting hung up on something. It feels really bad when it's getting hung up on something, so I'm gonna see if I can fix it somewhere. I don't see what it could be hitting. Take this tile off so I can see. I'm gonna switch cameras so you can see what the hell I'm doing. Oh, here it's fine. There's no... So it's gotta be interacting with this? Yeah. Oh, weird. Is that it? Okay, I'm gonna take the gray semicircle tile here because I think that's what it's interacting with. No, okay, so that's not it. Oh, I see. Okay, I see exactly what's going on now. So you can rotate this halfway around like that, but right here there's a little bit of resistance, and right here there's there was a little bit of resistance. Now there isn't. It's when the blue pip rubs up against the tile, and there are holes in the gray piece to allow those pips because they stick out very slightly. So actually, if I pull... Like, it's a very tight tolerance thing. So technically, if I, like... Maybe the tile is slightly curved one way, and if I put it this way... No, that's still there. Okay. I don't know that there's any way to fix that. I'll just have to deal with it. It still slides. It just feels like there's a little bump when it does that. Oh well. Anyway, I've done step 12. I've done step 12. There we go. And we're like this. We need one dark brown 1x2 and a 1x2 tile. We have that. Okay. put the dark brown on the half tile, then put the 1x2 tile on top. That will go on the front, but not before we extend the fence. Alright, so now we're going to have a smooth rotating circle here. Because it's going to slide on these 3 tiles. I bet it's this. Oh, I also need to do these 2. This one goes this way. I need to rotate this way so I can see where this is going. This goes here. And this way like this, I think. Seems right. Yeah, okay. Alright, then we get a stage. We need 6 of these round 2x1s, 2x2s, 3 round tiles, 2 half tiles with center pips, or half circles with center pips, 5 barrels. Alright, so one goes in the center. Then around it we've got one on this side and one on this side. They're going in the bin. Then we have 2 half tiles on one side. This is where, okay, I know what's going on here. This is where Bilbo stands. And then suddenly the stage is, or like the curtain's here or something. And then suddenly he's on the other side because he put the ring on and disappeared. We've got barrels as background. And we put caps on them. Oh, so we can stack 2 more barrels on top. So we can hide Bilbo behind the barrels. Because he's invisible. And that's what invisible means, hidden behind barrels. Boy, that'd be a bad, ultra powerful ring if it just hid you behind the nearest barrel. So this is only connecting to the 2 red pips there. And you've got, I'm presuming, Bilbo here, and he's gone. Oh wait, we're not done yet. Bring him back. Do need these rods. We need some spikies, then some battleship pets. Where did that go? Okay, good. That battleship pegs in the spikies, then the rod in the battleship peg, then a hook on top. And then, are these supposed to be microphones? That doesn't make sense. Oh, this is the banner. Right, of course. Okay, it says to use the smaller hole for these. I'm not sure it'll fit in the smaller hole. That's what she said. By she, I mean Mrs. Proudfoot. Proudbottom? Whatever. Come on. No, definitely not. These are going the large ones, because they fit there. There we go. Happy birthday, Bilbo Baggins. Oh, and then it has a quote, which doesn't make sense because Bilbo's not on the stage yet. The quote is, "I'm going now. I bid you all a very fond farewell. Goodbye." We get to build Rosie? Okay, Rosie's in bag 15. That's great. It's 7:30. Let's just go. Here's bag 15. It's in the box here. I'm going to mute so I can grab the bag. And this is, in fact, the last bag of the build. So it's got all the weird pieces in it. Okay. So these pieces aren't precisely identical in their coloring. They have they're two color, and you have the translucent orange, or I guess transparent orange, and the opaque red. And especially when the red starts getting thin, you've got like some wispiness. So I can get it. You can't really tell on camera. There's just some variation with it, but that's fine. It's supposed to be a giant fire phoenix. Rosie has this skirt piece, which they don't mention is new, so maybe this one has existed before. There's Rosie's head. quote on this one is, "Go on, Sam, ask Rosie for a dance. Frodo Baggins, TM." Come on. There we go. We got a Rosie. Alright. So now we're building the tree and the phoenix. Nope, not that one. Or that one. I'm gonna do a quick sort here, I guess, because some of these pieces are weird. A lot of these pieces are weird. Let me get all these leaves out of the way. This is the leaf bin now. And the gigantic wings bin. And the fire bin. All sorts of fire. All sorts of weird pieces. Okay, here is the one normal 2x2 black plate in this whole bag. We got 4 of these that have an extra like little hook thing on them. We got these that are actually blocks that are tall. Good enough. This piece, and then we need one of these right there. And then we need another one on the other side. So now we've got a 2x2 cube of just pips everywhere. All the pips. Then we need 5 of these. Done. Then another 2x2 on top. Lots of pips. Alright, so we need both of these, 2 of these, and 2 of these. And it's I'm leaning back so I can see the screen. Sorry, I lean away from the mic to breathe in. That's the meme, right? It's 2007. When did Chocolate Rain come out? There we go. Alright, and then we get 2 of our weird hooks. Hook on top. The sides there. There we go. And now we're finally building a base for this. All right, 3 more. Then we take this piece with a plus in the middle, add a red rod, and one of these hooks. And the hook goes that way. Okay. You stick out from there. Do it again. these that have side pips, but facing this way. And this whole thing goes on top of here. It's pretty tall so far. Give this curved upside down ramp. We put 2 darker brown 2x1s on it. And the last T-piece. And then one of the hook pieces, like this. And then a tile. You got this weird dark light pattern on the side. I don't know if that's ever going to be relevant. And this faces the curved edge, so it goes this way toward the camera. This seems like an, oh, we forgot these two. Let's put this one here. Let's put a tile on the back. Okay. Long pieces. This goes on the front. There we go. Yep. And then on the back. So now we got pips all the way up and down. Take the last hook piece, add this 2x1 with an actual hook. And this goes here. 1 pip up from the bottom of that piece on the curved side. Yes. And also add a half tile to the bottom. Okay. Leaf time. Alright, I need the 2 red little rods. I need a bunch of, I need 10 of these. Is that 10? 5, 10, 13. Cool. Put 3 of them back. So I'm building this twice, so I need 2 each. I need 2 of these for each. I need 1 of these for each. I need a 1x1 pip for each. And 2 of these hook things for each. And then in our fire and leaf bin, 1 leaf for each. Start with this piece. I'll switch to top down. Especially since that camera might die any second now. That's cool. Alright, put the single pip here. Done. Then put the leaf facing the opposite direction. Go like this, so it works for you. Then the 2x2. Alright, then we clip this on here and add a rod. And then we clip the other one on there. Right there. Did I miss something? Why do I have an extra? Oh, because it says 2x, not 4x. Don't need those. Okay. Now I've got this, which this clicks into places. But I have to add all these spiny bits, all these little spiny bits. This corner. On the center here. On the two farthest, like frontmost, but the corners. And then on this other side. Okay, so it is symmetrical. Except they kind of, because of the nature of these, how the three needles are different lengths, it will inherently not be symmetrical. So I'm just going to point them in weird angles to make it look more natural. And I'll build that again. There we go. So these then snap onto, I'm gonna swap out this camera. The camera died as I was plugging it in. Cool. Well, we've got top-down camera only then until I fix that. That'll suck. I wanted to show everything off. Back to doing this, laying pieces down and saying, okay, this snaps into here. And now we've got two different hinge points. It looks like they all need to go down one and then out like that. I'm gonna figure out what happened here with this camera. Yeah, battery's totally dead. Great. Wish I caught that sooner. Alright. Oh, we got Christmas lights, or party lights. We've got this cool string here. And we can connect these hooks. These lights. Okay, so I'm going to figure out how the string naturally sits and add the lights. Try and add them in the same direction so they'll all be pointing downward. I'm going to mix up the order of the lights a little bit. Just because... And then it leaves a gap because I guess there are 9 of these connections. Yeah. There we go. And this gets hung from where? I actually can't tell. From underneath the branch. Oh, and then the middle hook goes in the clip. Hi! Hey, Glass, how are you? My side view cam just died, so it's charging right now. But I will show you everything I've built in a second. Or in a minute. And this should snap up into there. So now we've got lights hanging from the tree. How's this doing? Can you power on anyway? Alright, while that power's on, it goes into boot mode and whatnot. Let's zoom this back to page width. There we go. That's where we were. We gotta build another one of these things. Another 2 of these things. We're not quite up yet to the Phoenix. I guess I can show off what I've built so far. I've got this little tent. Very nice. I've got this birthday cake on a table with 2 mugs and a croissant. Because, you know, wedding food, a croissant. I've got Mrs. What was her name? Mrs. Proudbottom and husband. I've got Pippin and Mary playing with the Phoenix firework. And I can actually swap it out for... There's this, which replaces the firework to make it look like it's taken off. And then the backs of their heads are the, like, exploded versions of them, and they have weird, like, crazy gray hair because they were caught in the explosion. Is it a dragon? I thought it was a phoenix. Phoenix makes more sense. It's a firebird. Whatever. I've been calling it a phoenix this whole time. And then I've got the main stage where I put Bilbo there, making his speech. And then he puts the ring on and... Oh, other way. He puts the ring on and vanishes. It's not a great solution, but it's a solution. back on yet? You are back on. All right. Well, that's because people call it a dragon. People are shouting, dragon, dragon. He's like, dragon? There hasn't been a... Yeah. But he didn't see it. Stop that camera, restart it, reconnect. Okay, camera's working. You're not seeing it. Why not? Phoenix doesn't exist? Oh, well. Alright, restart the camera. It's got an IP address. It's working. Connect to this camera. I might have to restart Droid Cam. Alright. Camera's gonna freeze for a second or go away or something. Okay. Alright, that camera's working. I'll get it back in a second. Right now we're seeing a close-up of the corner. There we go. So now if I put it back... There we go. Set the autofocus again. Put this here so it has something to focus on. Beautiful. Alright, it is a little bit delayed, but that's par for the course. Actually, let's leave it on this now that it's charging. Technical issues and the dealing of which thereof. Alright, so I'm building this tree. And also we have a Rosie. Alright, so I need these two last hooks. We need two of these leaves, so there are two more we're using later. Two more single pips. Two more of the 2x1s. These are built exactly the same way, aren't they? They are. A lot of these little stupid little spinies. How do we know the Phoenix doesn't exist in Middle Earth? We just know what, you know, because it's not mentioned in the books, and the books are the extent of everything, but like, I presume he never explicitly mentions that there are no Phoenixes. He just doesn't mention that there is a Phoenix. Where's my exposure? This looks too dark. Whoa. Okay, there we go. Let's mute the previews so that the delay doesn't suck. There we go. I mean, I guess that gets into like a philosophy discussion of what exists in a fictional universe. Just because the author doesn't mention it exists doesn't mean doesn't exist. And the answer is kind of like, it's fiction. It doesn't matter. Shut up. Alright, we got 2 more of these. Where the hell are these going? These are going on the top hooks. Also pointing downward. Yeah, that camera is struggling right now. And actually, it should be tilted higher. I thought I fixed this last time. There we go. Alright, now we're building the last 2 leaf things. Except these don't have the hook. Oh, they have brown hooks. Where are... Okay. Oh, it's a different connection point. It goes onto the black hooks there. I understand. And then build these precisely the same way. Yeah. These get clipped here. Pointed down. Looks like down 2. There we go. We have a tree. All right, let me give it a nice neutral background there so you can tell. Looks nice. Alright, and now the Firebird. I'm just going to pour all these out because we're probably going to need all of them. Alright, we get this hook. We get this weird clear orange piece. It's just a whole lot of like spines. This gets stuck in like this. And then we get these, which I've last seen these pieces as Bowser's teeth. These are clear orange. To give some little 3D-ness to it. We take the red clear rod, stick that into... Oh wait, we also need this. Oh, this is the tail, I understand. So now you can swing the tail. This is the way it's supposed to go, or is it supposed to go up, down? I put the wrong clip on the wrong place. So it's supposed, this one is supposed to go this way. Oh, so the tail is supposed to go up, down, not left, right. Okay. Alright, then I make this four-way connector thing. It just slides onto this rod. I'm gonna switch to this one. Let's get this tree out of here for a sec. Alright, we got 4 of these hook arms. These go vertically into there. Not one. Each of these holds one of the gigantic wings. Oh, this is the head. This isn't the tail. Okay. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. So this goes this way. And you can see the weird red and orange coloring in this camera way better. There we go. Oh wait. We need tall, clear rod here. This one, this, large fiery tail. Oh, okay. That's how we get additional height, is we clip it onto the tree. To the back of it. You totally can't even see that. It's right there. I'll bring it back here. There you go. Right at the top there. Oh, and then this goes on here. The back of the stage like that. That's cool. It's still too tall. There, now you can see it. There's no real way for me to like angle it downward. Just do this. And then, oh yes, the secret of Bilbo having his ring and then disappearing. Gasp. And there you go. Arrange as you'd like. And I will. And here's the pieces. Look at all these things we used. All of them. Oh dear. You could win. That's it. This was great. I'm gonna... How do I... Like, if I put this back here so you can see the phoenix, which you still can't, so it doesn't matter. I was gonna... It hides the birthday thing. So let's push this way. I'm gonna actually rearrange this to be on my actual bookshelves, like my set background here. But for now. I guess chronologically, this set doesn't even make sense either, because Gandalf's still riding in with Frodo. It has all these fireworks in the back. And then Merry and Pippin have the dragon firework here, but then also it's already gone off. So that's a little weird. But hey, whatever. This was a fun build. Yeah. I am gonna figure out how to rearrange my shelf to include this stuff. I'm probably gonna just put it on top, which means I'll have to rearrange that, and I might have to do some weird camera changes for my this camera. But I'll figure that out. It'll be fun. Coming up on stream next week on Monday, I am building the Lego Lord of the Rings Rivendell set. I'm starting it. I'm not building the whole thing. I have no idea how many bags that is, how long that's going to take. So I'm looking forward to that, though. But actually coming up, tomorrow I've got a bonus stream of blueprints. Quick note that the times for the bonus streams may change. It's listed as 5:30 Eastern right now, but you know, if I'm tired after work, I might push it off to 6 or something. I am making my way through blueprints and having a lot of fun doing it. And apparently, I am getting super lucky with the rooms that I'm pulling. And yeah, so I'm having a lot of fun with that. On Wednesday, more Dungeons of Hinterberg, where we have now been bribed, and then when that didn't work, we've been threatened. And people in the town are starting to hate me. So I need to wait for the monsters to cause so much trouble that they then ask me to save the world. You know, normal hero stuff. More blueprints on Thursday, probably. And then on Friday, I'm going to be finishing To a T, which is the Keita Takahashi game where you are a teenager who you're in the shape of a T. Your arms stick straight out to your side. You can't even see that. Your arms stick straight out to your sides, and you can't put them down. And it's gotten very weird. You learned why you're the shape of a T, and it's because I'm gonna not say in case there's anyone who wants to watch the VODs. You should probably watch the VODs. It goes places. On Saturday, more bonus streams of blueprints, probably. On Sunday, we are teaching Molly and Heller how to play Minecraft, because they don't know how to play. And that'll be fun. Molly has tried Minecraft before, but hasn't gotten into it because they just didn't know what to do. And Heller hasn't played it at all. So we're going to be teaching both of them how to play Minecraft. It's going to be Glass and I, and then probably Wrench, and maybe a few other people. And we're going to be trying to teach them all the way up to at least beating the Ender Dragon. And if we do that within 3 streams, we'll do a little more. That'll be fun, a good challenge. If we do it really, really fast, we might just go into hardcore mode after that. I don't know. That's going to do it for today. Thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you want to see my full schedule, there is a link in the description of this YouTube VOD or the About Me page on Twitch. I should have a calendar link there in the sidebar links. That's going to do it. I've been Fatal Oasis. I stream at least 4 days a week at twitch.tv/FatedOasis, and I upload all my VODs to youtube.com/@FatedOasis the day of the stream. If you have any suggestions for games I should play, let me know. Show up in Twitch chat, post a YouTube comment, you know, that sort of thing. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and have a good one.